So what's wrong with the E-Class today? Well, it's the control dial for the infotainment system. If you're willing to do this fix yourself, quite cheap, just a few dollars. So if your car uses this style of controller, this fix might do the trick for you. So this fix will apply to, as well as the E-Class, the W212. I think they use the same control in the C-Class as well, 2008, 2014, as well as GLK and the CLS. The dial mostly works. It is just one movement that isn't working, and that is the twist function. I can go across, I can go up. When I turn, nothing was happening on the screen. When you go to the original system, you can pretty much use all of the functions. There we are in the new Android system. Once I get to the screen, I cannot move between the apps. And fair enough too, this is essentially broken. I need to repair this. Can we fix it without replacing the entire module? You can actually buy the individual part within the module. I bought the part that I needed off AliExpress. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can probably also get these on Amazon and eBay. So we'll go through and replace that, get this all working properly again. First we'll take this out. There's a slot here, big enough for a screwdriver. There's a little tab right there, and you're just pulling down on that to release it. And then we'll take this plastic piece out. Tab is on the inside. There is a way to take this out. See if we can take this piece out. Push these two tabs in while I'm pulling up. One's held in by these two tabs, and this one lifts out. So you're popping these two up and then sliding these two out. This ring needs to come off the outside. I'm going to try using my fingers while it's still attached. There we go. There's a little ring around here we need to pop out. Next we'll take off this long piece of trim, one on each side, held in by metal clips and sliding in at the back. So I pull it out at the front first. It's quite a thick piece of trim, which makes it a bit more forgiving. There's various T20 screws to take out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll lift it up enough to clear. 3 holding the controller in. Gives you more access to this one. And there's 2 here. Now with this out, you have the option of fishing out the other end of the connector, or just leaving it attached and replacing the part while it's in the vehicle. I'm going to work on this in the vehicle, and so I don't lose anything, I'll drop it into this tray. 1 T10 on the top. This lifts off. So there's a few more hiding down deep in here. You'll need something smaller to fit into that gap. That's the hard bit done. Famous last words. two. Just these for holding it in. Now these come off in two pieces. There's two little holes these pop out of. Then this one has to slide off, but there's a little, get something in there and lift it up like that. See what I'm doing? Lift it up like that, and it'll slide off nice. And taking these out, put them out of their two little holes. There we go. This plastic is reasonably flexible, which makes this a lot easier. Take that wire out. We're jelly, just doing some filming. And up. Should come out in two pieces. Here's the source of the problem. This is broken in half. That has broken in half. We're going to replace that with this thing. That's not going to break in half, is it? Yep. This is slotting up into here eventually, right, once it's back together. And this is slotting down into, okay, over the top of that square little cog. It's just turning the wheel. There we go. That looks like it goes in either way. All right, then each of these buttons next. Now putting this back together. That one goes on that way, yellow up and down. This one has these two little recesses here that connect in to those yellow dots. This has some little tabs on it that slot in here. Go in several ways. Let's try that way. Then we put the two clamshells together. Now if you put it together right, that should go together solid. If it's sort of springy on there, double check that you've got everything in the right order. Okay, those are all screwed in. Just check that movement before you go any further. This guy next. There's a little bit of adhesive or something on the back there. This one's got 4 little pins in it to go into these grooves. And some little notches on here where this came off. Line up with those. Before we put that all back together, we'll give it a little test run. Now I haven't turned the ignition on. I don't want to make it upset with these other wires that are disconnected. Let's see if this works. Yes, see, I could not do that before. Turning that would not go through the options. I had to go donk, donk, and go up and down, and I can select. It's a little bit stiff on the select button. Back together again. You should be able to work most of this out. Pretty solid pieces of trim there, but I'm sure you could still break these pretty easily. So that back hook in first, followed by the 2 clips. Next with this one, again 2 hooks at the back. This piece next. Note this little light tube at the front here for some models. Just to slide into that hole here with this wire. The trick with this one seems to be to Slide it in, lift it up. There we go. Take your time with that one, don't force it on. Done. And does it work this time? Very good. It's much quicker than tab, tab, tab. Push down's not working quite so easy. Can we go between apps? We can. I could not do that before, which was quite limiting. So much easier entering addresses when you can do this. Just turn the dial rather than having to one by one. Okay, that's all back together and seems to be working just fine. Push down select doesn't always register. If you've got any tips on or ways to avoid that, please do leave a comment. Give it a go. Not many tools for this one. Taking trim apart is always a bit of a trick, so hopefully this gives you some confidence in what needs taking apart to make this job easy. All going well, the next video will be on fixing the, I've got one door lock that doesn't work. There's the back one. Unlike this here, which is straightforward, the door locks are a pain. If it's a long time before you see that video, you'll know I struggled.